I'm gonna start this off with a personal story. I bought Diablo 4 for $70 because a coworker told me this game is so cool, it's so dope. Get on, let's play. This is no knock on Diablo 4. This is just adding personal experiences to explain the story even better. Okay, I'm like, all right, cool. Like, I'm a gamer. I play on a PS5. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna get it. I bought it, $70, mind you. I instead of buying the disc version, I bought the digital version on PSN network from the PS5 store, right? I played the game, mind you not, for like a week straight. I did not like it. Not my style at all. I like to play Call of Duty, FIFA, that type of game. But I give it a try anyways. But instead of being able to return this game that I played for a week, maybe 2 weeks, I could not because I bought it on the PSN store. And when you buy it, and when you buy it there, that's it. You cannot return this game. You cannot even sell this game. Even if you want to sell it to Best Buy for $2, right? Even though you paid $70, you cannot do that. And I think that's my last time ever buying a digital game. That was my first time, and that's my last time. Because if you don't like the game, there is no return policy. You cannot return it. You cannot refund it. There's nothing you can do with it. You are basically stuck with a $70 purchase that you cannot enjoy. Now, why am I talking about this? I am talking about this because of this article right here. Ubisoft is a very big game house. So they make a lot of video games like Far Cry, a lot of the games that I used to enjoy. I like Far Cry, honestly. I haven't played it in a while, but I've played it. You know how video game streaming is becoming a thing. The PS5 has a non-disc version, meaning that you can't play discs on there. And more companies are pushing for digital only video games where you can only buy it on where you can only buy the digital version and play it. If you don't like it, tough shit. You're gonna have to swallow the cost of that. And even Steam, I don't know if you play on a PC, but Steam has this system, like if you violate their rules or you violate their conditions, whatever games you buy, you could have like $1,000 worth of games on your Steam account. If you violate their conditions, it is within their conditions, the TOS, that if you violate their conditions, your account will be suspended and you cannot get refunded for any of those games on there. I think the lines are very, 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 very difficult to decipher on that. But anyways, Ubisoft executives suggest gamers need to get comfortable with not owning their games. This line is very tricky because I think, or I feel the same way about this that I feel about streaming. Streaming is becoming the same thing. Like if you buy a freaking movie, you don't own it. Like anything digital that you're purchasing, I feel like it's very tricky. And that's why a lot of people are calling for piracy. Like you can pirate it. If I pirate it, I put it on my freaking hard drive or I put it on my NAS, that's it. I own it. You know what I'm saying? I own that. Like unless you come and take my freaking storage, I own that. And a lot of people are calling for, the article says a senior Ubisoft official suggested that gamers need to get comfortable not owning their games. The executive perspective on the subject of game ownership or lack thereof arrived amid his company's latest digital push that saw Ubisoft make big changes to its subscription service. Ubisoft has been one of the earliest proponents of subscription-based gaming offerings, which its first foray into the segment dating back September 2019 when it launched its 115 strong Uplay Plus library. The platform was rebranded to Ubisoft Plus. What is it with every freaking company using a plus behind their name? It's either a plus, a pro, or extreme. Stop it with those names, please. Another rebranding occurred on Monday, January 15, when the $17.99 a month service was renamed to be Premium. My God, these names are crazy. And from Premium is gonna go to Pro. I think Sony has the same kind of like subscription tier for their PSN. You can get the regular tier or you can get the Premium tier. The move also saw the company introduce Ubisoft Plus Classic, a more affordable offering, granting access to similar catalog of popular titles of $79 per month. On the contrary, the executive talk up subscription-based service as having tremendous growth potential, which is a big part of the reason why Ubisoft is doubling down on such offerings in the first place. Although Tremblay acknowledged that he cannot see the future, he suggests that gamers could get used to not owning their games. much like consumers all over the world accepting platforms such as Netflix as a replacement for outright buying movies and TV shows and physical media like DVDs and Blu-rays. Gamers are used to a little bit like DVD, having and owning their games. That's the consumer shift that needs to happen. Don't fall for it, man. Don't fall for it. Like for me personally, I think physical games are gonna the sales of physical games is gonna go down. It's just going to happen. People are growing up with the digital age where they're so used to buying things online. But once you purchase this game online, you cannot get any money back for it if you do not enjoy this game. You cannot get a refund. You cannot, if you're done playing with it, you cannot pass it on to your brother unless you pass on the whole account. You cannot pass it to a family member. Like it's just, I think the movie thing, it's more convenient. I'll say that my argument would be that a Netflix is more convenient and it's not the same thing as a video game. How many video games do you play a year? You could watch much more movies a year. Are you gonna go to the box every time you want to watch a movie? Every time a new movie come out? That's my only argument. And even then, I would still support you getting a physical disc if you want to own this movie forever. And if you're not buying this movie forever, you're gonna have to pirate it. You're gonna have to pirate it. Although I don't suggest people pirate stuff, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. If you don't want to buy this movie, pirate it. If you don't want to play this video game, pirate it, because there's no other choice. You know what I'm saying? To suggest that you purchase something and you do not physically own it, or you do not own it at all, is BS, in my opinion. Because at what point does it become you borrowing the game from them? Like, let's say you say something that's controversial on Twitter, or you say something controversial on a recording, or you say something way back to the 1970s that they don't accept, and they just cancel your account. They just take your money and you don't own any of those games anymore. Especially with this cancel culture, quote unquote, or going woke. At what point did they be like, okay, you know what? We found your account. You do not have access to these video games anymore because our terms of service said so. We can revoke your account whenever we want to. And the thousands of dollars you spend on these games, you do not get a refund. I think that the lines are very blurred. I'm trying to think on a business side. The business Ubisoft will of course benefit from this transition because it's reoccurring revenue. Of course, like every single player is paying them every single month for games that they're not even buying, because new games doesn't come out every single week or every single month where you'll be playing a new game every freaking week or every month, right? So it's not worth it. A movie, you could be watching this movie and you're done with it. You get on to the next movie. That's when Netflix makes sense, in my personal opinion, right? But on a business side, I get it. If they include in their TOS that if you purchase a game online, you don't like it, after 30 days or whatever, a week, you can get a refund back. Yes. Or you can transfer this game to another person's account. Yes. But if it's just simply like you buy it and then that's it, final sell, it's not worth it in my opinion. Go get you a physical disc. Am I tripping though? Because like I always want to know if my line of thinking is not correct or not aligning with other people. Let me know what you think down below, man. Do you side with physical disc or digital, or the convenience of having digital? It's been your boy the Yapper. Let me know what you think down below. Like, comment, subscribe, and yap on. I'm gonna catch you next time. Deuce.